What's up guys, this is Dan here. So I'm just home from work, I'm actually wrecked, I'm so tired, but I needed to do a video because Apple is holding WWDC 2015 on Monday the 8th of June. You'll find the times on the internet somewhere, and it's basically Apple's big event of the year if you didn't know, and that's that. End of the video. So WWDC, the Worldwide Developers Conference that Apple holds every year, and the tickets sell out in like a minute. In recent years, WWDC has become more so for software than hardware. We haven't seen new iPhones or anything, which used to be announced in WWDC for a few years. It's usually just software now, so it's a purely software event. And in this video, I'm going to go over the top 5 things that we'll possibly see on Monday. And yep. So number 1 and 2 are iOS and OS 10, the old reliables that we see every year at WWDC. This year, iOS 9, if that's what it's called, will possibly be just a software stability and performance improvement because there's not many more features that Apple will probably add this year. Usually every second year, just like the iPhone, they add new features and then just improve it the year after that. So that's probably what iOS is going to be this year, plus maybe some improvements to older devices to help them run it better, and I'll go over some more features for iOS in a bit. So OS 10 is meant to be pretty much like iOS this year, just a performance and stability improvement release, more so than new features, because Yosemite did bring loads of new features and a beautiful new look to OS 10, but with that it brought very much a very unstable operating system, because I've had a lot of crashes with Yosemite and a lot of visual bugs and stuff and slowness and the like. So I'm hoping for OS 10 to be a lot more stable this year with the next release, and the same with iOS this year. All just kind of cleaning up stuff, which is welcome because apparently a lot of iPhones have been crashing lately, so that's not good. So some new features for iOS, possibly transit directions for Apple Maps, which not too exciting, but in the real world, when you need to get somewhere, you need to get transit directions, and because I don't drive, I need Google Maps to tell me where I need to go and what trains and buses to get. So public transit directions for Apple Maps is very handy if you prefer Apple Maps. Split screen multitasking is also on the cards for iOS, although we probably won't see it until new iPads are announced later in the year or possibly in January next year. I doubt Apple would support split screen multitasking on the iPhone, possibly the iPhone 6 Plus, but usually Apple like to have a good bit of space. The iPads is possibly when we'll see that feature. So new features for OS 10. Apparently OS 10 is meant to be getting Control Center, which if you use an iOS device, any iPhone, iPad, whatever, you'll know what Control Center is. It's basically when you swipe from the bottom of the screen and you get all the toggles. You'll be getting that on OS 10 apparently this year, so that's going to be handy. I will be using that myself. So that's the boring, predictable stuff we see every year. What about the exciting stuff? So unless you actually do live under a rock, you will have heard Apple bought Beats Music last year, about a year and a half ago actually, for, I don't know, billions. You can search that yourself, I'm not sure. They're set to be relaunching that service on Monday with a brand new streaming music plan for about $10 a month, which would be on par with Spotify and Google Play Music, all those other services that offer streaming music plans, which are so popular nowadays. I use it myself, I use Google Play Music religiously. If they're really serious about it, which they're said to be, they should be introducing an Android app as well, which would really put their service in the hands of so many users worldwide, and I'd love to see that. I forgot I meant to be counting. That was number 3. This is number 4. Now this might not mean too much to the end user, but since this is a developers conference, if you are a developer or a tinkerer even, you might appreciate that Apple's going to introduce new APIs and developer tools for the Apple Watch to let developers in on the various sensors and features of the Apple Watch that they couldn't access before. So for the end user, that means better apps, better features, and faster loading apps, hopefully, because apparently they're very slow. So better apps in the future for the Apple Watch, and they'll probably spend a good bit of time talking about that tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. And number 5 is all the little things that we might see on Monday. Apple Pay is meant to be improved with loyalty card programs, reward programs, little things like that that make shopping a little bit easier with Apple Pay, and yeah, not too important, but we'll see them on Monday anyway and how that pans out. And HomeKit is also meant to be improved with possibly a new home app that integrates all your home automation stuff if you have a home that's that futuristic. So that's everything we might see on Monday, the 8th of June, for WWDC 2015. Hopefully it's a good one. Apple will be streaming live on their website, apple.com, as they always do. Unfortunately, I will not be streaming live myself because my broadband's just in a terrible state right now. It's so slow, it's ridiculous, I can't even use it. So I will be watching it live on apple.com, as you should too. And follow me on Twitter at DanWantsTech. I will be live tweeting the event and talking about it, discussing it. So follow me along there. All my links are below, and we can discuss what's happening live, and that should be cool. So hopefully it's a good event. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll have some new ones up next week, and I'll see you next time.